President Bola Tinubu's recent appointment has sparked heated debates across Nigeria's political landscape. Critics argue that the selection process has not adhered strictly to the principle of federal character as enshrined in the Nigerian Constitution. Leading the criticism is Senator Ali Ndume, who stated in an interview in Arise TV that the president's appointments are lopsided and ethnically skewed, warning that the trend could breed division and weaken national unity.
Appointments, especially political appointments, should reflect the federal character, and that is not the case here. And all I'm saying is to call the attention of Mr. President to such infractions so that it can be corrected. Otherwise, these things can boomerang.
To gauge wider reactions, True Vision team conducted interviews with some prominent Nigerians, political figures and legal experts, and the consensus among many is one of concern. In an interview with the True Vision television, Senator Abaribe, former Deputy Governor of Abia State and the Senator representing Abia South Senatorial District, threw his support for Ndume, stating that the political appointments are lopsided and the Southeast is visibly underrepresented in the appointments.
I agree with Ndume on the fact that we seem to have, rather than resolving the issues that was brought about by President Tinubu's disaster and President Buhari's disastrous government, we have been made furthermore into the muck. One columnist recently actually called it competitive nepotism. Can you imagine where Nigeria has fallen to? Competitive nepotism. Where we were criticizing Buhari of ethnicizing his appointments and making sure, and I know how much we fought on the floor of the Senate because of all his appointments. Then we got to the point now where we do not even know. So at any time that President Tinubu makes an appointment, the first thing people look at is, okay, well, it must be Yoruba now. How? How did we get to this point? The essence of a nation is that you believe in that nation, and you believe in that nation on the basis that everyone will be fairly treated. Section 14.3 of the Constitution is very clear. You do not, in any case, run this country as if it is only from one side. It's out there in the Constitution. And this has been serially broken by President Tinubu. I am against the ethnicization of appointments in this country. I'm from the Southeast, and we have raised this matter severally. Southeast, 5 states, you now just give them 5 ministers. Out of the 5 ministers, 4 are ministers of state, and then you give just 1 as a full-fledged minister. Then you go to Ogun State. How many do you give them? You give Ogun State 5 ministers. So, for what you give to the whole of the Southeast, you just give to 1 state.
Supporting this claim, 2 legal experts, Abuja-based barrister Kingdom Okere and barrister Johnny Uchaga, a Lagos-based lawyer, argued that the appointment failed the fairness test, particularly for the Southeast, a region they say plays a pivotal role in Nigeria's unity.
Yes, his appointments are lopsided. It is tended towards the southwest region. A president, once you elected, becomes a president for the entire country, not a president for the region that voted you. You preside the affairs of the entire country. Politics set aside. Once politicking ends, after election, result announced.
It's good that his attention has been called to the imbalance in the appointments so that when he's making the appointments, he will be conscious that this complaint has been made. So going forward, I hope to see more appointments of people from the Southeast who are qualified and who fits to his own need to work with him. It's now the job of our party leaders, APC party leaders, and other leaders of thought who are also close to the president to impress it on him. Look, this is what has been pointed out. But we don't want to join Senator Ndume in fighting his war.
Recall that last year, the Pan-Yoruba Social-Cultural Group, Afenifere, criticized the presidential appointments. The group described it as bias and preference for the Yoruba clan, stating that this could threaten inter-ethnic relationship and peaceful coexistence in Nigeria. Despite the criticism, others argue that the appointments, taken broadly, reflect the federal character of Nigeria.
The appointments are not lopsided.
What do we say about the past government? That we all know, we all see. It's not even been told. We saw everything. That the man in particular got all his cabinet from the north and nobody was talking. But this man now, presently now, has mixed up everything from the east, from the south, from the north, and he's saying it's lopsided. I don't know.
Ali Ndume is not is somebody that we can take serious. You understand? Because if you think that president appointment is lopsided, is in one place, why can't him live in that position that he has been in National Assembly for a very long time for another person to occupy? President Bola Tinubu is lopsided, is doing the appointment in one place. It's just lying because the statistics is there. It's not something that is hidden. Comparing to Buhari time, which is nepotism, we think that it's only the north that is existing in this country.
What does it mean by is lopsided? I don't believe that. Ali Ndume was in the Senate when there was a lot of killing, there are a lot of security problems, and he never did anything. Did he fight against Buhari? No. Why is he fighting against the president? Nah, because the president is from the south.
Some have turned their attention back to Senator Ndume himself, questioning his timing and motives. They point out that the senator did not raise similar objections during the former President Muhammad Buhari's tenure as an administration that faced repeated accusation of regional favoritism and northern dominance in appointments.
Where was Ndume during the 8 years of Buhari's hate marginalized lopsided appointment, particularly against the Southeast? The worst of it was even in the entire military formation. He never found any officer from the Southeast competent enough to be chief of army staff, chief of defense staff, chief or head any of the major formations in the Nigerian army or any of the commanding units, general officers commanding the various divisions, across the nation. No Igbo man in the DSS was found worthy. Where was Ndume? He couldn't speak out. He couldn't condemn Buhari's nepotistic and marginal appointments. Now they are speaking out against Tinubu. So what are they talking about? So let Tinubu continue on the path of Buhari's nepotistic leadership, because Tinubu said he was going to continue on the foundation that Buhari laid, and that is exactly what he's doing. So if of course, the chart released and even the response from the president shows that the Southeast is also the whipping baby, of the federation. They have almost less than 10% of the appointments. So if Tinubu you can take all the appointments to the Southwest, so that they would now think of putting the right person in the right position of authority.
Ali Ndume is not sincere. Yes, we were all in Nigeria when Buhari ruled for 8 years. Where was Ali Ndume? How many interviews Ali Ndume granted regarding to the appointments in which Buhari made 8 years? No complaint. Truly, Nigerian belongs to all of us. But if your brother is doing a wrong thing, charity begins at home. Speak up. say something, condemn it in totality that what my brother is doing is not good. People will respect you for that and they will take you serious.
Bayo Ononuga, special advisor to the president, responding to this accusation on X, maintains that the appointments are merit-based and aimed at achieving effective governance. The controversy underscores deeper tensions around representation and inclusion in Nigeria's political framework. The call for fairness, balance and inclusivity continue to resonate, particularly from the Southeast, a region that feels increasingly left behind. Stella Carlo reporting for True Vision TV.